Now, an Australian newspaper editor will lead a new foray by Rupert Murdoch's News Corp into the US West Coast market. News Corp has announced it'll expand the New York Post tabloid to California from next year. It'll be headquartered in Los Angeles with Nick Papps appointed editor-in-chief. The company says the California Post will service multiple platforms, including mobile, desktop, audio, social media and print. Media experts say the new player will try to capitalise on the struggles of the Los Angeles Times, which has lost subscribers and also staff. Let's get more on this. Ken Doctor is a media analyst with Newsonomics and the California-based CEO of Lookout Local, a community journalism organisation. Ken Doctor, thank you for joining us. Firstly, can I get your take on why News Corp, part of the Murdoch family media empire, is venturing into this?
Well, timing is really good, and it's kind of back to the future at the same time. Rupert Murdoch tried to buy the LA Times just 13 years ago in 2012. Long had wanted to have a bi-coastal company. This gives them a new footprint in California. And then you also have just the celebrity connection, New York and LA. And the New York Post is a hot publication compared to a relatively cool LA Times, which you've noted is having its problems right now. It's been in a series of cuts for a while. And so you have a time that is both, it is a change in media. The news media in LA is more fractured than it's ever been. And at the same time, there is that conservative cultural current, and the New York Post represents that and can bring it to California.
So for an Australian audience that might not be aware of the New York Post, can you tell us what Californian readers can expect with the California Post?
So the Post is a lively tab, and there are very few tabs left in the United States. Headless body and topless bar is the Post's most famous headline of all time, and one of the best tab headlines of all time. It is heavy on quick news, on very visual news, and has a conservative tilt. There is a large audience already in California for the New York Post online. It's a massive online operation focusing on quick news, entertainment, celebrity, gossip, all of that. And so if you look at this from a business point of view, they're not saying how many new journalists they're going to be employing in California. They're able to take this brand, which is a very easy to understand brand, and bring it to California and just get a small piece of the LA and California market at a relatively low cost. While getting a good brand play for the Post.
So clearly identified a gap in the market there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell us a bit more about that. I mean, it's, in California, it's overall left-leaning, but, when you look at the people that voted for Trump, for example, in the last election, it's, it's still a sizable minority, if you like.
Yeah, and California did turn a little more Republican. It's a very blue state. But it's the fourth biggest economy in the world, 40 million people, and so there are plenty of readers, and especially with digital media, all you need is some more to be additive to it. Plus, there's a political angle. Murdoch's conservative politics stand against much of the liberal LA news media, which has been out there for a long time. And this moment in America is a fraught political moment. So why not enter it at this point? Again, relatively low cost, high brand.
So is it more about money or influence, or is it really hard to tease those two apart rather in this instance?
Yeah, they've always been very well intertwined by Rupert Murdoch. He is excellent at both of those. It is incremental money, and if they make some more money and get more audience off it, they'll sell more digital advertising. So they can improve their digital ad profits, but it's as much the idea of expansion. And at 94, Murdoch still likes the idea of new shiny things. He came up with a tablet product 10 years ago, which was seemingly ahead of its time. Didn't work, but he's willing to try new things.
This also, happens to come at a time where Murdoch has become an unlikely foe of President Trump.
Yeah.
Is that an interesting side note here, or could that have any impact on this publication?
I don't think it'll have an impact on the publication. Just over the last 24 hours, there's been legal wrangling about Trump demanding that Murdoch be deposed in the Trump suit against the Wall Street Journal in the Epstein case. So in the next 30 days, either the court case will be dropped by the court, by a judge, or Rupert Murdoch will have to be deposed by Donald Trump's lawyers. This is a classic kind of Frankenstein case of the guy who helped create Donald Trump and give him a forum being taken on by him. We'll see how the California Post covers this and the New York Post as well.